When it's not just another meeting, when it's the event that matters, you need a production partner who delivers. Byrne Production Services specializes in multi-day meetings, conferences, and large-scale events that demand flawless execution. From cutting-edge audio and video to stunning lighting and staging, we're built for your largest events. Take your production to the next level. Visit byrneproductionservices.com and request your proposal today.
Companies are no longer just hosting events. They're creating brand experiences. Stage designs now have to work across multiple mediums. It's not just about the person in the room. A lot of stage design now needs to incorporate a high production value video capture so that you can engage a packed conference hall and allow that content to be leveraged for further engagement to thousands globally. Welcome to Production Value Matters, the Business Events Podcast. This is a podcast where we explore the evolving world of business events and the production innovations that make them unforgettable. I'm your host, Matthew Byrne, CSEP, and today we're going to dive deep into stage design trends, what's changing, what's driving these trends, and how businesses across industries are rethinking their event staging to create immersive, high-impact experiences. Whether you're planning a flagship product launch, a global financial summit, or a major trade show, the stage is no longer just a backdrop or a place where you stand. It's an active part of your storytelling. From LED screen immersion to projection mapping and AI-powered lighting and sustainable set designs, we're seeing a massive shift in how brands approach live event spaces. We'll explore what's hot in industries like tech, automotive, consumer goods, packaging, pharma, and financial services, with some real-world examples from Samsung, Daimler, Salesforce, Money 2020, and more. Stick with us, and we'll break it all down. All right. Let's start with the big picture. Why is stage design changing so dramatically? First, expectations have skyrocketed. Audiences today, whether in person or virtual, expect more than just a podium and a PowerPoint. They want immersive storytelling, dynamic visuals, and tech integrated that pulls them into an experience. Second, hybrid events are still part of the norm. Pandemic accelerated the need for events that cater to both live and remote audiences, which means stage designs now have to work across multiple mediums. It's not just about the person in the room. Whether you're broadcasting or not through some virtual platform, a lot of stage design now needs to incorporate a high production value video capture so that you can engage a packed conference hall and allow that content to be leveraged for further engagement to thousands globally post your event. And third, branding is still king. Companies are no longer just hosting events. They're creating brand experiences. That means the stage really must visually align with that identity, that messaging, and even their ESG, their environmental, social, and governance commitments. Sustainable materials, modular design, and LED-driven storytelling are becoming essential components. Let's take Salesforce Dreamforce as an example. Instead of just a standard conference backdrop, they're transforming their stage and the entire venue into a lush, immersive environment with real trees, rustic seating, and massive LED walls displaying nature-inspired visuals, reinforcing that sustainability-focused brand. Money 2020 in Europe, the main stage was built around a nature AI theme, blending physical trees with AI-generated visuals, symbolizing the intersection of nature and technology. Even better, every plant on that stage was then later replanted, turning the stage design into a sustainability statement.
When it's not just another meeting, when it's the event that matters, you need a production partner who delivers. Byrne Production Services specializes in multi-day meetings, conferences, and large-scale events that demand flawless execution. From cutting-edge audio and video to stunning lighting and staging, we're built for your largest events. Take your production to the next level. Visit byrneproductionservices.com and request your proposal today.
Enjoying the show? Don't miss a single episode. Follow Production Value Matters wherever you get your podcasts. And for bonus content, tools, and event insights, head over to productionvaluematters.com and subscribe. Stay sharp, stay inspired. Production Value Matters.
Let's talk about aesthetics. What do today's most successful event stages actually look like? There are a few dominant trends. First, the minimalist and clean-cut stage. Tech industry giants like Apple and Google have set that standard for sleek, distraction-free stage design. Although Apple products launches feature like a seamless big black screen, that's actually achieved with a massive LED wall, allowing their devices to take center stage on a black background. Similarly, Google I/O uses modular, futuristic white stages with pops of color, reinforcing that brand identity. More companies are building stages that visually reflect their brand. For example, Samsung Unpacked 2024 used a towering three-sided LED structure to create completely immersive experiences, while Mercedes-Benz EQS launch integrated digital lighting and projection map visuals that mimic the vehicle's futuristic UI. Modular and transformative stages at the likes of CES, companies like LG and Sony utilize reconfigurable stage elements that change between sessions. Samsung's rotating LED walls at CES 2023, for example, allowed different presentations to feel distinct without changing much of the physical structure on site. And then finally, we see a lot of 360-degree or multi-level design. Automotive brands are leading in multi-tiered stages. Tesla's semi-truck reveal used an extended runway-style stage to allow the vehicle to roll in dynamically, while BMW's i10 launch used rotating platforms to showcase the car's different angles while keeping speakers engaged with all sides of the audience. Now, let's dig into some tech that's redefining stage production. The tools available today are not just about flash, they're designed to enhance engagement, immersion, and storytelling. So, first example is immersive LED screens and projection mapping. In Daimler's 2020 Auto Show reveal, they used holographic projection to stage a showcase and the future manufacturing process, allowing attendees to see an entire assembly line in motion without any physical structures. And at IFA 2023, LG's OLED tunnel allowed attendees to walk through a curved LED display, immersing them in a surreal brand experience. We're seeing holography and mixed reality as an option. So Microsoft built a featured live AR-enhanced coding demonstration with virtual holograms appearing alongside presenters in real time. In pharmaceutical events, companies are now using 3D holographic anatomy models to explain complex drug interactions, turning keynotes into live science experiences and experiments. We're seeing AI-driven lighting and interactive stages. Again, Money 2020 introduced an AI-powered co-host named Ayana, a digital avatar that appeared on LED walls responding to live audience questions. FinTech's conferences now use audience sentiment tracking to adjust lighting and visuals in real time, keeping that engagement really high. Sustainability is no longer an afterthought. So as far as it goes to stage design, it's a core part of that design process. Here's how event producers that we've seen are making stages greener. They're using more eco-friendly materials. The Wall Street Journal's Future of Everything Festival used modular stage components that were fully upcycled after the event. Energy-efficient lighting is being used. So IMEX trade show stages now run entirely on LED, low-energy AV, and reducing power consumption by up to 60%. Waste reduction and reuse, as I said, Money 2020 repurposed every stage element, ensuring minimal waste after their event. And again, all of those plants were actually replanted. So that was a huge thing about sustainability on that design. So where is all of this heading? What we expect to see are AI-powered personalization. Google Next using that AI-driven stage content that adapts based on real-time audience engagement. I think there's a lot of possibility of this in the future. Not that, hey, the panel that we discussed, everybody voted it down, so now we're not going to do the panel with this key stakeholder. But I think that the ability for AI personalization in how you build out your content leading up to the event is going to be a key thing to leverage. Do I think that we're going to see fully virtual stage extensions? So yes and no. The technology exists. So in hybrid events, you can blend sort of metaverse style digital stages with the physical elements, making remote presentation or remote audiences have a equally but still coinciding experience with the live participant, and that will make that seamless. So I think that there will be that opportunity to say, here's the extra that you get. There are possibilities also to integrate augmented reality into that, depending on your audience and what technology is available. I think we'll see some other hybrid innovations. Recently at Deloitte's Global Leadership Summit, holographic speakers are already being used to bring in remote executives as if they were on stage. So that's it for today's episode of Production Value Matters, the Business Events Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share. And of course, if you want access to deeper dive content from the podcast, go to productionvaluematters.com and subscribe there. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Production Value Matters, the Business Events Podcast is brought to you by Byrne Production Services. To learn more about Byrne Production Services and how we can achieve your business goals, head over to byrneproductionservices.com. Thanks for listening.